So now let's start the explanation of this question. And this question basically is this lead code 3548. In this question, you are given an m cross n grid, positive integers. Task is to determine whether it is possible to make horizontal and vertical cuts such that the summation of this portion and this portion is equal or not. If we are talking about the vertical cut, then this portion and this portion summation should be equal. Given that each of the two resulting sections by the cut form is not empty, like the cuts will have non-empty element, like here will be some elements, here will be some element, and we can discount one point. Let's say while calculating the summation of this point, we can discount one point and check with the rest of the summation. Or maybe something like, if we can discount from the bottom, this summation plus this summation minus this, these both should be equal. At most one single point. Discounting only one single point is allowed. And if a cell is discounted, the rest of the section must remain connected. Like let's say if we have this thing, let's say we have a 3 by 3 grid, and we are cutting on the first line, and if we will discount this point, then this point and this point will remain unconnected. That is not good. In this case, when there, we should either remove this portion so that this portion is connected and rest of that sum is same. So we will check the summation of this portion and this portion, and this is cancelled. Or the other case would be, we can remove this portion, so we will check the summation of this and this. Connected thing is a thing, and we have to return true if it is possible, otherwise return false. So let's take some examples. Consider a 2 by 3 grid. Here we can see summation is 1 to 4. If we will check for the horizontal cut first time, then we can see that the summation of these is 7, and this is 2 plus 3 plus 5 is 10, 10, and if we will discount this one, it will come out to be 7. But this portion becomes unconnected because this portion has been missing. So this is not a good case. We will return -1. So next, let's say take another example. We have a 2 by 2 grid. In 2 by 2 grid, we won't have any problem of discontinuity. Let's first check horizontal slicing cut and check if the summation of these two are equal. If we will do horizontal slicing, summation is 1 plus 2, what is that is 3, and 3 plus 4, that is 7. If we will discount this thing, then 1 plus 2 is this, equal to this. This is a valid. And let's take the vertical case also. Summation will be 4, summation will be 6. If we will discount this, 4 and 4, so this is our equal, and we have discounted this portion, and this is in itself connected, and this is in itself connected. In the horizontal case, it was happening like if we were canceling this thing, this was connected and this portion was connected. So disconnection problem will occur in just when we are removing from the removing from the middle case, and it's an n cross 1, n cross 1 or 1 cross n, like this. In this, if we are removing any point, we are removing, let's say, this point, then this portion and this portion will become unconnected. So this is not a good case. But if let's say we are removing this point, then this thing is a connected thing in itself. And if we are removing this point, then this thing is in itself a connected thing. So we have seen that whenever there is a 1 cross n or n cross 1 matrix, we cannot remove any middle element. We can only remove the boundary point element. This ensures that connectivity is maintained. Let's take this example. We have this grid. If we will take this portion, we cannot remove these portion because it will become something like this, and these are two unconnected portions because the middle one is missing. This one is connected, and if we are discounting this point, these two are not connected anymore. So if we will have to discount in this portion, we will discount the bottom or the top, that only. Like a middle case we will remove, then discontinuity will be there. So what's the idea? We will have a grid, then we will check, like first we are only checking horizontally. In the question, vertically is also allowed. We will take care of this by transposing the matrix. Other way is writing the whole code for it, but we will transpose it. We will see afterwards. But first, let's see about the horizontal thing. This is the grid we are given, and we will be like first we will check first slice. If it's making us good, then good. Otherwise, we will go down for the second slice. Otherwise, we will go down for the third slice. Otherwise, fourth slice, like this. So slicing will be from bottom. Then we will check the another slice, then another slice, then another slice. You getting right? We are going downwards in slicing. While slicing this, we will have an above portion and a bottom portion. We will maintain a summation of this, and summation of this can be get easily by total minus summation of the above thing. And while that calculating this top sum, we will also maintain a set and put all the elements in the set. Like all these tiny little things, tiny little cells will be put it into a set, and summation of this will be calculated. Let's say if summation of this was 10 and the summation of this was 6, so we know for sure know that there is a extra addition of 4 in this. So we will look into the set of these elements. If anybody of them is 4, then we can discount that, and that's good. Yeah, so here it's like I have given the example. This portion summation is 10, let's say. This portion summation is 6. Look for S1 minus S2. This is difference. 10 minus 6 will be 4. And if 4 would be present anywhere, let's say it was present here, we can discount it. And this portion is totally connected in itself, cause it's not n cross 1 or a 1 cross n thing. So connectivity is inside this possible. One approach of checking this connectivity thing is DFS, but we will not check out through DFS because DFS will be too much hectic shit. So what's written here, difference will be S1 minus S2 in top sum set only. There would be another problem that can happen. Let's say we were slicing like this array, this we had an array, we are slicing like bottom, we are going downwards in slicing. Then let's say the summation of this one came out to be 6. The matrix given here is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 5 4, and in this the summation is 6 of this portion, and in this the summation of this is 10. But if we will subtract top sum minus bottom sum, then it will give us a minus 4 thing that will do some, like I have explained it here. The summation of this portion is 6, this portion is 10. And if we will do s1 minus s2, s1 minus s2, it will come out to be minus 4. But minus 4 would not be in this set. But we know that this is a valid portion of slicing, and we just remove this portion. This stays connected and this is connected, and this is a good case. So to handle this, we are reversing it, the thing. We are reversing it. And we will continue with our approach of going from top to bottom only, and top sum minus bottom sum only. All right. Let's say there is a cut here. The summation of this would come out to be 10, and this would come out to be 6. And if we will discount this one, then we will have this and this. So this is 6 and this is 6. So this is a good case. And this stays connected even after discounting this. Like in this portion, this stays connected. All right. And let's say another case. Same, I have taken 1 4 5. This time 4 is in the middle. So if we will check for this slicing, so this slicing, for this slicing, the summation of s1 is 10, the s2 is 6. So s1 minus s2, which is difference, is 4. Difference is equals to 4, and that is also present here. But if we will discount this, then this one and this one will become not connected. You can see like this has become not connected because of this thing, and this is already connected, so this will return false. So once again, talking about the connectivity check, we can remove anything from the boundary points in the n cross 1 or 1 cross n thing, but we cannot remove anything from the middle points. We can't remove a middle cell in case of n cross 1 or 1 cross n when n is greater than 2. All right. N is greater than 2 cause let's say only 1 cross 2 was given. So remove this. This is 1 in itself. In other cases, like some big grid is given to us, we are slicing from here. Any point we will remove. If we will remove any of these points, the entire thing will stay connected, because this is not a single row slim thing. It has another connectivity point. If let's say we will remove this, then this whole entire portion is connected. If let's say we will remove this, then this entire portion is connected. All right. One way to check for this connectivity thing, let's say if we remove, then that was DFS, but we are not, DFS is too long and time consuming, so we are going with the if else condition thing only. So here we have seen that if it's not n cross 1 or 1 cross n, we can use the set method. What would be set method? Just slice it, s1 s2, wait, just slice it. This will give s1, this will give s2. Difference for our s1 minus s2, we will be looking for this difference in the above cell, top cell, that we have filled up. If any of these set values corresponds to this difference, then we will remove that cell and check for the connectivity of this portion. And this portion is already connected, bottom one. This connectivity will be like if it's not an n cross 1 or 1 cross n, it's connected. Yeah, enter points are not allowed. Remove this. So this is a 0 cross 0 thing, or n minus 1 cross 0 thing. N minus 1th point. 0 comma n minus 1 it will. And let's say if initially difference came out to be 0, s1 s2 was already perfectly perfect, no discounting cell was needed, like without discounting any cell happened. If it came out to be possible by removing these 2 points, this is handled by this case. Normal check, we will calculate the diff and check in set. DFS is stupid, too much time. We are not going to. So we are define check horizontal, and it will take a grid and check it. So how will it look like? Here we will m is equals to length of grid, n is equals to length of grid of 0, number of rows, number of columns. We will maintain a set that will store all the top elements. In this, whatever top element we are getting, we will put it into it. And we will also maintain a top sum. So here for I in range n minus 1, from 0 to n minus 1 we can go, because we can put a cut here. We cannot put on cut on the boundary thing. Like if this is given, we cannot do a cut here. We cuts can go here only. All right. And in this thing, we will maintain the summation of this and also put all these points into the top set. All right. Bottom summation will be total minus the top sum. That's okay. Difference will be top minus bottom. And now comes the check conditions. First case is if difference is already 0, then return good. Straight up. Return true. No discounting needed. And if difference is came out to be the bottom these elements, we can remove them because they are not the center. Yeah. And another case is like this. We have something like this, a long case, and we are removing from this bottom case. That's the thing. Else when m is greater than 1, like more than one column, we will check through the set name. Otherwise we will return false. Firstly, we will run this check horizontal function on the grid. That will take care of the thing. Then we will apply the same check horizontal function on reverse grid. Remember, I have told you about 1 1 1 1 1 5 4, and this was giving -6. But still, this was a valid array, but -6 was not here. So this was handled using 154 above and 111 111. So this will give 10 minus 6 is 4, and 4 is present here. All right. So for that thing, we have using the reverse grid. And Similarly, these two things will take care of horizontal, and we will transpose the grid, and that will take care of vertical, transposing the grid. Otherwise, return false. So here comes the code. Code is simple. Firstly, length and number of rows, number of columns. Then I have taken an empty array of the same size of the grid, initialized with 0, 0. Then I will go through the entire grid and fill up the summation of the total. Total is the total summation of the entire grid. We are putting it here, and we are also filling up the transpose grid. Transpose grid will have just transpose of j comma I will be grid of I comma j, or transpose of you could have written it like transpose of I comma j is equals to grid of j comma I. That's simple. This would fill up the transpose matrix. Then here we will define a helper function that is check horizontal cut, and here we would be calling that helper function check for the good cases. I've told you that we will apply the check horizontal function on the grid, then we will apply it on the reverse grid. These two cases will take care of the horizontal thing, and for the vertical thing we will apply it on the transpose grid, not the grid. We are applying it on the transpose grid. And similarly, for the transpose grid also we will apply it for the reverse, because one time we are going from this will take care of going from this direction, and this will take care of going from this backward direction, or this reverse thing. And if still we are not able to get it, we will return false at last. So let's come to the explanation of the helper function. So this is a helper function, and this will take just grid as the input. Whatever grid we are passing, maybe we are passing grid or transpose grid or reverse grid or reverse of the transpose grid we are passing for. We have seen 4 times we are calling a helper. So these are the number of rows and number of column. We are maintaining a top set and a top sum. So clearly, let's say, wait, let me draw it betterly. If we are getting a grid like this, and this is the top portion, all of these top elements summation would be added to top sum. That's all right. And from yes, yes, so this is grid given to us. All of these elements will be summation up to the top sum, and we will maintain a top set that will fill up all these little tiny cells into the top set. This top set will keep a track of these, and bottom sum will be calculated by total minus this top sum, and the difference will be come out to be s1 minus s2. So that will be get it to us, and s1 minus s2, that is difference. We will check if any of these points, if any of these points are equal to difference, we will just remove that and check the connectivity of the rest portion and return true or false. So top sum, top set we have taken, we are filling it up. We are calculating the bottom sum, that is total minus top. Difference will be top minus bottom. That's okay. Here is the all the thing. Here, if difference is already 0, already a good base case, straight up return true. And similarly, Similarly, if the element lies on the corners, like this corner or this corner, when we are slicing it up, we'll take care of that. And if it lies on the I comma 0, I comma 0, let's say I comma 0, yeah, this portion. So this is also a good point. The I comma 0, so this will take care of the length thing. Like if this will thing will come, let's say if the grid was a single row only, and if this point came and this point is removed, then this is connected, this is connected. Getting it? Like, let's say this was a long single column grid, and we are checking for this, and we removed this point. So this is also already connected in itself. This is already connected in itself. So this point is also a good. Here it would, like this thing would be taken care of, that length one thing or yeah, you are getting it. Hmm. And this thing, if I is greater than 0, like I 0 is, like we are checking here, and if the thickness is twice, so this will take care of the uh, something. Think of it like this. If this is a thing and we are removing this point, all right, so this thing is already connected in itself, and this thing is already connected in itself. That's that will return, otherwise we will return a false. So once again, total and transpose is calculated here, helper function is defined here. Calling that helper function on the grid and the reverse grid, transpose grid and reverse transpose done. And in the helper function, we are maintaining top sum, top set, bottom sum, and hence will be calculated here. And then there are these conditions. So that's it. So let me the code fully once again. Yes, this is the code. All right, that is the whole explanation. Now we will comment out for explanation. And let me give the editorial of the previous question also. Let's first get into this. This question came, we are given m cross n grade and two non-empty, like summation slicing. Here it is not talking about that discounting thing. So first I have calculated the rows and the column. Then I have maintained a prefix of the rows. Like it will go down the entire grid, and then it will sum it up for all the row summation. like the summation of all the j's. Row of I will have all the summation of j's, and similarly for the column thing, columns summation will be there. Total was calculated and target was calculated as total by 2. If total is not like it's odd, then can't divide among two people, right? Total was calculated, and now we will check in the rows column if there comes to be midpoint till where the summation came out to be total, that is target, that is total by 2, to return true. Similarly, we will check it for the columns array. We have filled up here. So basically, this was in cross M, and this was filling up the rows prefix sum. This was filling up the columns prefix sum. You getting it right? Columns prefix sum would look like 1 plus 2. Here would be 3, and here would be 7. And rows prefix sum would be 1 plus 4. Here would be 5, and 2 plus 3 here would be 5. So you can see that both here 5 is coming and middle portion is good. That's it. And earlier I was thinking about the 4 quadrant thing, like we should calculate this quadrant and this quadrant and this quadrant and this quadrant, but this quadrant thing will take care only of the middle portion thing. Like whenever we are doing slicing from the middle in the horizontal and the vertical thing, it will not take care of the all the horizontals, and all the verticals would not be taken care by this 4 quadrant approach. So this is stupid, so we put it in the trash. So this is what we get. So here we will cut out that thing. Let's see. Let's end the stream for now on. All right.